Welcome back to tonight's Sad Reality. Playing a game called Fracture Field. Has it been 3-4 days already? Oh my gosh, wow, time flies. Kind of, not really. Um, really, it just comes down to me being extremely lazy, and that's fine, I guess. Not really. It's not preferred, but that's how it goes. Sometimes you get a game like this in your email, and then you don't stop playing it, and then that's what you do for literally 3 or 4 days. Kind of. I have a lot to talk about tonight, so this might be a longer video, so apologies, I guess, or maybe it's a good thing, who knows. If you're still here watching this channel, thank you for listening to me yapping, I guess. Smiling is my favorite form of lying, in every way possible. So we're gonna, you know, I love you sound effects, but maybe a little less sometimes. Although, the music goes kind of hard, so what if we do this? You know what? It's a bit of a vibe. I don't know if you can even hear it in the background. Smiling is my favorite form of lying, and what I mean by that is sometimes the world may not be a perfect place, but you know what? You smile through it. You smile, you laugh, you make the best of it. So recently I discussed some of the stuff that was happening in my workplace where they're restructuring, you know, because we need to save margins on people that are already probably kind of underpaid. Although, admittedly, there's some people that I think kind of deserve to get the boot just a little bit. So, like, there's good and bad to it, you know? And maybe that means those people that do get the boot will move on and find some really cool things, you know? It doesn't always go that way, though. In fact, I know it's a scary thing to lose your job, you know? Not that I'm in that boat. In fact, I'm probably the furthest from that boat possible. Like, we had a credit representative come in the other day, and she was like, dude, you should, like, really pressure your boss to pay you more. And she didn't really say it outright, but she was like, you can use this as leverage to get a bit of a pay raise, pay bump even. The $20 bounty is what she called it, because basically the store gets a payout from all the work that I do, which speaking of, gosh, I don't even know where I'm gonna start all these stories. I just took a picture of a bunch of those awards or whatever that I have from stuff. Like I have a plaque in my room now, sitting there from work. Like that's cool and all. I guess it's neat. It doesn't really feel like I've built anything though. Like I was happy the other day when I posted that video on YouTube. Finally, gosh, and 1,000 views. Like that's exciting to me. Good AVD. Um, Making my $1 in ad revenue. Shout out to I don't know. Ads nowadays are so bad, but have they always been this way? Maybe. Maybe we're desensitized to it too. Who knows? Um, but it's been there's been ups and downs, you know, and that's fine. As far as my coworkers go, as far as how they're taking it, my manager came in the other day and she had like tears in her eyes and was like scared and stuff, and I get it. I mean, she doesn't do this type of work that I do, if that makes sense, and I feel like I'm sucking myself off when I say this, but she doesn't have the same performance that I do when it comes to metrics, and that's fine. But she very well makes up for that because she's more consistent than I am when it comes to like showing up on time, which is kind of important, I would say. I say that, and then ironically enough, I think the past like 3 or 4 days she's been 10-ish minutes late, which is pretty much the same way I am. But she has way more experience. She knows how to do things and like functions I don't know how to do. That's not to say I couldn't be trained to do them. So very simple, easy things. But like there's that knowledge there. And by comparison, one of my other coworkers said if he gets a pay cut, he's just gonna leave because he doesn't really care. Yeah, it's true. He's been done with it since forever. Done with it mentally, I guess. Like today, we were like, oh, the customers are so needy today, you know. We still smile. We still put on that face and say, hey, look, we're gonna make the most of today, I guess, or at least in front of the customers, even though we talk a lot of stuff behind people's backs, which I'm not proud of necessarily, but that's just the way it is. It's welcome to the world. I grew up with. I think about the amount of gossip my mom talks about when it comes to like other people, and I think she's probably gotten a little bit better with that. But still, I'm just like, yeah, it's not a beautiful picture, but it is what it is, right? Um, and if you're watching the gameplay here, wow, riveting, right? Assuming this is recording properly. I'm not sure. It's not like minimized properly or full screen, whatever you want to call it. I guess I could do a whole like mini reset here, I guess. We've got crystals. Let us fracture the world. Do I keep the other levels? I do. Cool. I know there was some embargo and like how far I was supposed to go, and he was like, "Don't go beyond quartz." And technically, I think I'm still fine. I haven't gone beyond. Like I've gone up to quartz. I've done all things with quartz. I haven't gone past that. I think this is fine. Please sue me if you. No, don't actually. But yeah. Cool game though. I'm a fan of this. It's chill. Like I'm just kind of vibing out to this, I guess. My drones and my toothpick going to town on the rocks. So I guess there's a few different ways of handling it, I guess. You know, one way is you cry about it like one of my managers, another manager is just like doesn't really care, denial. Some people are like debating people's safety. I think at the end of the day, people would fight tooth and nail for what they have, even though, in my opinion, we're fighting over nothing. But I definitely understand that people aren't going to be nice when it comes to scarcity. I mean, not just history showing that, but knowing personality is a little bit deeper than the surface level stuff. Like, and I mean it the nicest way possible. We can put on nice faces, but a lot of us have really ugly insides, myself included, you know? It's not a pretty picture again, but that's sometimes who we are. My boss was supposed to give me a review the other day of everything, and then the whole credit representative came in. We had a whole powwow for like an hour and a half, 2 hours almost. And that was cool. Like it was neat to talk about all those things, and I liked it. I was incredibly intimidated. I feel like I didn't really say anything correctly, but oh well, it happens, I guess. Especially, it's funny because I feel like the perspective is it's like I have the potential to say cool things, or like you come up with cool things in your head, and then when you say it out loud, it doesn't sound nearly as cool. Um, Kind of works the same thing when you're talking with people that you need to impress, I guess, or whatever. So they're like, "What's your secret sauce? How do you do it? Where's the charisma at?" And I'm like, I don't know. Just being genuine with people goes a long way. But I mean, I do change the appearance that I mean, I also changed my physical appearance slightly. Crazy enough, like if I shaved and like I looked well kept, I'd probably sell better too. I mean, a lot of psychology that goes into it, and that was kind of fundamentally what that conversation boiled down to was psychology and how human beings interact with each other, and how it pisses me off that nobody looks each other in the eyes anymore when having a conversation, or people are just trying to speed through things, but really you have to kind of slow them down if you want to actually be a salesman. I mean, not beyond just manners and etiquette being completely erased. Feels like salesmanship doesn't really exist anymore. So simply doing what I think people used to do sets me apart because, well, nobody else is doing it anymore. Sad, I guess, but the times we're living in. I spent the last few days watching chess, watching a bunch of things I used to watch. It's a bit of a nostalgia trip, which has been fun. It's not been super productive, admittedly. Like I got that video out, and then I've just kind of took my foot on the off the gas on the brake, even taking naps after I finish work. And it feels so like yeah, like I'm wasting my day. Sure, I feel a little bit better after that, but I was glad today that I didn't take a nap for once. I didn't take a 2 hour nap. That was crazy too. So I was talking with one of my artist friends who helps work on the main channel, and she was talking about how she's just kind of tired with art, not in general, but like burnout's a real thing. And it wasn't really burnout. It's just like some days you don't feel like doing stuff outside work. Some days work kind of kills the motivation to do other things. And I get it, but we also have to go beyond that to succeed too. And that's the part that kills me is I feel like I can't be disciplined enough to even hold to that message that that's going to be my message. Master the pointer stick. Yay. 1,000 hits. Shout out to all the random Steam devs who keep sending things to my email, I guess. This is fun. I also think about the amount of time I'm using. A lot of it genuinely goes to stuff like this. I could have been scripting another YouTube short, another YouTube video, but no. I sat here moving my cursor around my screen, clicking on rocks. Or not even clicking, I'm just moving my mouse because I have auto hit on for this. Sometimes when you have nothing left to do, I I feel like the best thing to do is then smile, you know? Um, and that could be a smile of defeat. It could be a smile just like nothing better to do, you know? And for the people that are either going to get laid off or restructured, as the company puts it, um, I mean, you've got two ways to go about it. You either smile and take it, or you don't. I think I'd rather be smiling, even if it sucks, you know? Again, not that I think that really will affect me, but maybe it will. You know, maybe I'm completely wrong with this. Maybe they, I don't know, insert some self-deprecating thing here. And funny enough, too, I actually have been trying to. I know I emanate positivity on this channel. I told myself a few days ago, I was like, you know what? Maybe the reason life seems so bleak sometimes between the politics, and crazy stuff at work, and how it feels like my life stagnated a little bit as well. Maybe I just need to be a little bit more positive, you know? And I think that definitely helps too. Like even just interactions with friends, like lifting each other up instead of putting each other down. That's always been something I've been told, but I feel like in practice it's harder because you banter with friends and then some things become real and it's like, oh well, yeah. But I don't know. I just changed the way that I feel like I was talking with people the other day, and I felt like I felt a little bit better about it. But then I think they also were wanting to approach me a little bit more. I don't know. Like this channel, again, it's kind of like an event thing where I say the things here that I wouldn't say normally, unless it's like 3 in the morning and someone's in a Discord VC and specifically asking me about how my life's going. Um, but like as a YouTuber would put on a face, sometimes as a friend would put on a face, especially the friends that backstab each other back in high school. Although, look, it's funny. They tell you that high school are going to be the days you look back on fondly, and I'm like, oh no, no bueno. I had like no friends back then. Um, and I've been told that streaming is like high school all over again, so I'm like, great, time to get bullied again. But now I'm used to it, maybe. Um, I don't know. The internet's sometimes a shitty place, but I was thinking about legacy and what we want to be remembered for, and I hope it supersedes all the. Like, not every day is going to be a good day, per se, but I hope it's a net positive in some way or another, you know? Look back and be like, hey, you know what? I may not have been the best person, but at least I wasn't the worst. Right? So. Smile through it all, somehow. And who knows too, maybe you smile enough, maybe the world isn't so bad after all, you know? I've always been told fake it till you make it, and well, how else are you gonna make it then if you don't fake it? So. Outside that though, I've been playing a lot of Hades 2 recently. Finally finished the main story, finished the epilogue, found the fates, that was all cool. Got a little bit confused with the end with the little engraved pin, but I got that. Shout out the devs for hot patching the game like as I was finishing it. I think that might have slightly changed things. I'm not entirely sure though. But, like, all considered, the past few days, week almost, it hasn't been bad. I don't know. I feel like I need to be more disciplined in the way that I go about this channel and other aspects of life. And it's something that you discover slowly, but that's not to say you can't start today with that too. So. How long has it been since I started recording this? Started at like 11:35. It's 11:49. Wow. It's sleepy hours of the night, I guess. I'll look back at this, I'm going to be like, I know I'm forgetting things to talk about, but I think this is sufficient at the very least, so. Thanks for listening to tonight's Sad Reality. Check out this game, it releases publicly soon, I think it's in early access still. Thanks again to all the people who care, I guess, whether it's like a random dev who sends things in my email, or people on the internet. I don't know. Like, people show their caring in different ways, and everything adds up. Like, there's small factors at play. I mean, sure, we've solved rocket science, but there's a bunch of variables still, you know? And when you look at people as a whole, sociology, is that the word for it? How people interact, how societies are built, civilizations. We all have neighbors, you know? So, thanks for being my neighbor. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for listening. And I will see you in, maybe not tomorrow nights. Maybe tomorrow nights, we'll see. See you in the next sad reality. Have a fantastic rest of your night. Make the most of each day. And, I guess learn from my mistakes, hopefully. So, laters. Also, I got a new PC recently, that's cool. I'll talk about that eventually. Kind of, it's like not shipped yet.